Okay, hi. To start off my video, I just wanted to give a little background information on um, my topic. And my topic is just basically what life is like living with an extremely depressed person, in this case, my mother. Okay, so to start off, this is going to sound dumb, but it was important to me because I never knew before. I learned how to actually braid my hair, not just a normal thing. This is gonna sound bad too, but my mom did do a lot for me growing up, and braiding was one of the biggest things, and it was one of my favorite things. And once things changed and she couldn't really do that anymore, I felt compulse. I don't know if that's the right word, to learn how to do my own hair, and it's paid off a lot. I don't know. It's really fun for me, and I get to make my friends happy by doing their hair. And because I was once one of those people, I was like always envious of people that could learn how to do their hair super easily, and my hair is not super braidable either. So, something I was pretty happy about. So, yeah. Okay, and while I do the other side of my head, I want to take some time to talk about how this experience made me learn how to prioritize myself, and to quit relying on other people for my happiness. Because at the end of the day, that's what was keeping me from true happiness, in my opinion. Because until you learn to love yourself and love your own company, I don't feel like you can be truly happy. Because at the end of the day, you're guaranteed to be with yourself and only yourself. No one else is guaranteed. I had to start over because I messed up my brain, but that's okay. We live, we learn. I was meaning to say that for so long, especially before this entire experience happened, I was relying on other people for my happiness, as I mentioned, and a big person in my life was my mom. My mom was also my therapist, and now when things have changed, and she can't do that anymore, it kind of taught me to pull myself together when no one else could, and I learned to put myself first. And to me, that meant letting go of things that I maybe used to love, that I wasn't in love with anymore, whether that be people or passions that I used to have, and learning that it's okay to, be committed to something for a little bit and then realize that you don't love it maybe as much as you did. And you do all of that in pursuit of finding happiness. And I felt like it was important to mention. It also taught me how quickly things can change, how quickly people can change, because, you know, you always hear the phrase, especially growing up, is that, like, I didn't deserve this, I didn't deserve that. Obviously we know that life isn't fair, but just kind of conceptualize it, because it feels like the best people go through the worst things sometimes, and it's not about deserving or not deserving at that point. It's just the way that life goes, and until we accept that, once again, I don't feel like happiness is an option until we can accept that. And I've always been a pretty like all around positive person, but of course this experience caused me to have like a lot of pent up. It wasn't really sadness. Of course, like at the beginning, it was a lot of sadness because I wasn't used to it. But then it kind of turned into anger, and screaming into my pillow and crying wasn't really working anymore. So I felt like I had to channel my negative energy into something maybe a little bit more productive. So I finally started going to the gym and kind of learned to love the pain, I guess. Ready? Okay, so just to go back on what I was talking about, this is probably, this is me at the gym today. This is probably the most painful exercise that's in my normal routine, just to show you that it's painful and I struggle every single time. This is just my first set and I'm already regretting, regretting everything here, but it just shows you that I do really love it, and for some reason I keep going back. So while these are typically pretty painful, it kind of just goes to prove the point that, from from Legally Blonde, Elle Woods' quote, exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't kill their husbands. You know, it does make a lot of sense in my mind as well. Weight training, especially along with other forms of exercise, but specifically weight training, does also just boost your self-esteem so much more. I feel like if you can lift something heavy that you didn't think you could, I just think it's so rewarding.